Salutations everyone, and welcome to What Mattered, the show where I tell you what mattered in the news this week. The Star Wars Battlefront game is going to have no in-game voice chat. No in-game voice chat, and you have to use something. Talk to teammates. It's that time again, Amiibo time. That's right, the Yoshi's Woolly World game and Amiibos came out yesterday. We have the big Amiibo coming out next month, which is a Toys R Us exclusive. Also exclusive to Toys R Us are going to be reprints of Villager, as well as the Mii Fighters triple pack. So, you know, it's always a shame when we see these exclusives, because that means they're going to be harder to find, they're going to be more expensive to buy online. Sometimes import prices aren't too shabby, but for the most part, Toys R Us's aren't super prevalent because it's not 1998 anymore. You know, Amiibos are starting to become a little bit more prevalent in their current waves, especially when no one's waiting in line, like it was for this one. But, yeah, we're also getting more reprints. It seems like every month we get more reprints, especially to Toys R Us's, and the bigger, you know, more metropolitan areas are getting much bigger stocks of things. So hopefully this Amiibo shortage thing doesn't last very long, and, you know, the companies that actually get these exclusives can actually have enough for everyone to buy. But I'm not holding my breath. It's still almost been a year and they haven't really figured it out. In other Nintendo news, according to the Wall Street Journal and their sources of people who would know, that the Nintendo NX seems to be coming along. Supposedly development kits are being sent out to developers to develop games for the Nintendo NX, which is of course just a code name. It's obviously going to be named something else. But the prevalent rumor, which we've been hearing for a while now, that wouldn't be surprising at all, is that the Nintendo NX, while of course, you know, more powerful, obviously it's a newer system, it's going to be the more powerful thing out there, that's how it works, is going to replace both the Wii U and the 3DS. It's going to come with a gamepad-esque thing that you'll be able to use on your Wii U, or by itself, I guess, as a standalone portable console that also works with the new Nintendo NX console that you can use as a 3DS on the go if you want. The gamepad is kind of nice because you don't need a television, especially for families with a shared television. That helps out a lot of kids. And the 3DS we know is, you know, the best-selling video game thing in the world right now. And this is definitely an interesting proposition to replace both at the same time, kind of force to have one with the other instead of either choosing or buying both. You're locked in at that point, which is kind of a good thing. Obviously, if it's a new portable handheld, it's gonna sell. But if the price point is so high because you can only get it with the console, that can definitely hurt Nintendo, especially with the lackluster results of the Wii U, which is a fantastic console, by the way. They have the best first-party lineup so far of current generation consoles. It's the third-party development that they just don't have. You know, like they don't get the EA games, they don't get the Ubisoft games. They basically only get games that are made specifically for the Wii U. Having that Wii Pad, you know, touch controls thing for the most part doesn't really help. Outside of Nintendo's own first-party titles. It's just a lot of things up in the air, and these are just rumors. At some point we'll actually learn what the truth is. There's been some rumors that the NX is going to be coming out next year, which I think we should hold off on those expectations. And people are saying, oh, they should just make, you know, a Metroid game and a Zelda game and blah, 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 and then it'll sell really well. No. That's not how it works. If that is how it works, then the Wii U would be selling in. I don't want to have to wait for the new Zelda game to come out on a different console, because it's supposed to come out for the Wii U. So yeah, Wii U's still great, but if the NX is better, it has to be able to play Wii U games, because that's just going to be, they have to do it, because otherwise the Wii U games aren't going to sell in the future, and they have some really great titles, and we know Nintendo does backwards compatibility. They're the only company that does it, and they do it well. They were rumors, but now they have confirmed to be true, and that Thor Ragnarok will also include Bruce Banner and the Hulk. Very, very interesting. I don't think anyone saw this coming, including myself. Just a standalone Thor movie. Thor's doing his own thing. We also know that, you know, the Hulk disappeared with, you know, mysterious circumstances at the end of Age of Ultron. Kind of really open-ended on what would happen with him. There's been a lot of hopes for a Planet Hulk movie, and now that we have Hulk in space, kind of seems more possible now. But, you know, with him not being included in Civil War, which is how he gets sent into space in the beginning because he's just too dangerous to have there. It's still very, very unlikely, I feel. There are zero plans for Marvel and Disney to do a standalone Hulk movie. And with a Planet Hulk movie, that would be like almost 100% CGI because there's no humans in that except as Bruce Banner. So, interesting. We got more Hulk. He's never going to get his own standalone film, it seems like. But it could work. In other beta news, like I mentioned before, the Star Wars Battlefront game with the beta was pretty awesome. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Not for everybody, I do recognize that. But if you liked all the other older Battlefront games, you should like this one, because it feels like it, except better, with better graphics, better camera, better physics, and it's just huge and gorgeous, and the draw distance, and the lighting, and the Star Wars-ness. Just so good. There's gonna be no voice chat, no in-game voice chat, which is not, I think, kind of a good thing, but especially with like the Walker assaults, which was, you know, a bunch of people on each team. If you could hear anybody and everybody, that'd just be too much chatter. You can still use the in-game voice party options, which we know for the Xbox One at least is still really choppy and kind of broken, and I don't know if the beta really helped those problems or not. That's still yet to be seen if those problems exist at the level that they were in the beta, or if it's just the Xbox One continuing to be the Xbox One and having terrible connection issues and party invite nonsense. You can still use the party in chat for PS4 and Xbox One. This is really an issue on PC because you use, like, you know, TeamSpeak or Skype or whatever. So some people disappointed by this. I really don't like the excessive chatter from children that I don't know playing these games, so I kind of like it. I only want to talk to people in my party. Anyway, they did also say that the Walker assault was definitely unbalanced and that the Imperial forces won way more than the Rebels. In the, I don't know, 25 games I played on Walker assault, the Rebels won 4 times. We won... Wait, it was 3 or 4 times. I think it was 3 times. Yeah, 3 times, and that was like within a 5-game span, too, which was pretty cool. I quick-scoped an AT-AT Walker and it died, and Snowspeeder, you know, tow cables, really fun. But I didn't realize it was supposed to be balanced. That's a very asymmetrical fight within the Star Wars universe, which historically in all the games have been very, you know, in the Imperial forces' favor, so I thought it was supposed to be like that. Of course, with it being an online competitive multiplayer game where each side is 50-50, and it's not really an asymmetrical type game like, say, Evolve, or, you know, something that's 1v5 or, you know, 2v6 or whatever game modes that you're playing. This is, you know, fully even teams fighting one another. It's very satisfying when you win with the Rebels because it's so hard, but I can definitely understand that they want to make it more balanced, and there definitely needed to be more options to do damage on the AT-AT walkers or take down their shields faster. But yeah, I trust the team over at DICE to make it work, because the beta was a lot of fun, both in the Hoth map and the Sullust map, and I can't wait. There is a report that Y: The Last Man is being developed as a television series for FX. Now, we heard rumors about a Y: The Last Man movies, possibly starring Shia LaBeouf, like 7-8 years ago, maybe, and that seemed like a pretty good idea, but I think it definitely would work better as a television show. For those who don't know, Y: The Last Man is about the last male on Earth in a world only populated by females after some weird thing wiped out all of the male mammals, including, you know, humans and other species, and the only 2 males are the main character and his monkey, who is a male monkey. And so yeah, that would be very interesting if they decide to go along with this development. It would be a series that would pass the Bechdel test like every episode, since there's only one dude. And it can be good. Any Hootie and the Blowfish, that is what mattered this week. If you'd like to know what matters in the future, you can hit the subscribe button. One of these comes out every single week. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.